Hello and welcome to Rebels Radio latest interview. I'm joined by Slough Joint Manager Jon Underwood. How are you, Jon?
Very well, thanks.
A good week. Another Tuesday night, a decent performance. A 2-0 victory against Biggleswade. A team that we came unstuck against earlier in the season. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, very pleased. But they are a tricky side to play against. They've tended to do a little bit better against us than we have against them in recent years. But we were delighted with how we played. I thought it was a similar performance in many ways to Dunstable the week before. I thought it was a really good team performance. Thought we looked very sharp. Thought we worked very hard, and we created a lot of good chances. Probably more than we did at Dunstable, to be fair. And so yeah, all round delighted to kind of follow up the Dunstable performance, because obviously the game before against Stratford wasn't very good. Dunstable was very good, and we're looking for consistency, so it was great to put in another performance like that.
Yeah, and a couple of changes. One slightly late, just before kick-off to the team.
Yeah. I mean, we hadn't planned to change the team at all. I think, as managers, when you have a performance like we did at Dunstable, you don't want to change anything. You try and keep it the same as it is. That was the plan. Unfortunately, I did say that. Searsy rolled his ankle in the warm-up. And he was not able to take part, so Ryan Hope stepped in, and Ryan did excellent, to be fair. Him and Nathan Webb played very well. They played in the Reading Shore game together against Marlow and did well. Obviously, this is a different kind of, it's a further step up, but the two of them were excellent. And he took his chance, Ryan, so fair play to him.
And the start to the game was quite open. Quite good football being played by both teams. It was still 0-0 at half time. A little bit frustrated going in 0-0 at half time.
Yeah, we thought we should have gone in front. We had some really good chances. I know Struts hit the post. Dan Hicks had a free header from about the 6-yard box that he missed from a long throw. Warren Harris had a couple on his left foot, which he didn't take. So yeah, and they had a couple as well, to be fair. But we felt we were the better side. We felt we created more. And you do always wonder, when you don't take those chances, what might happen second half. So, but obviously really pleased that we came out and we were just as strong in the second half.
Yeah, and then substitutions, but some through injury, some magical managerial kind of touch. Certainly with Ed Smith coming on, and then suddenly nice to see him back in a Slough shirt, and within a few minutes gets on the goal scoring sheet.
Yeah, first of all, the injury with Jay, he got a hamstring strain. Which was unfortunate. We had to reshuffle the back four. Guy went to right back. Sean moved across to left back, which he's done well for us in the past. And Justin Clayton come on and did very well, as he's done every time he's played for us, really. So that didn't in the end affect us as we thought it might. Jay had been having a great game up against Craig Daniel, who we see as their biggest threat, and he'd completely nullified him, to be honest. He was having a really good game. But Sean did the same when he moved over there, so that was really pleasing. Yeah, up front, obviously we've got Eddie there on the bench, who's a proven striker for us, and I think it wasn't quite happening for Struts on the night. Simple as that, really. We changed it after about an hour. Wanted to give Ed an opportunity to get his way into the game and potentially make a difference. And yeah, full credit to him. Two minutes after coming on, he scored, and it was all down to his own hard work. He worked ever so hard to beat his man. Shot at the keeper, and he picked up his own rebound. It was all down to hard work, which was great to see.
And another striker, Charlie Mpai, almost looked like had a clear-cut penalty denied, which he seems to have got injured from, and then scored from the resulting corner. Must be happy with it.
Yeah, delighted with Charlie. That's, in fact, the incident for the penalty was exactly the same as one we had at Dunstable, where he just got there in front of the defender, and the defender, trying to clear the ball, hacked him down. And we were a bit frustrated by that, shall we say. The referee put his whistle to his mouth. I think he realised it was in the area and didn't want to give it. He picked up a knock from that. Nothing too serious, just a whack on his ankle. But then he got his goal with a free header from a corner. So yeah, he keeps getting his goals, Charlie. He's done ever so well for us. Delighted. You want your forwards to be scoring goals. Obviously, two of them did, and the other big plus was the clean sheet. I thought we defended really well. I thought all five defenders that played defended ever so well. Scotty didn't have a huge amount to do, but what he did have to deal with, he did well.
Yeah, and a strong performance to take into this weekend again. Tough oppositions on Saturday, St Neots, but before that, you had training last night. How was it?
Yeah, good. I mean, we had to be a bit careful last night with a few knocks and injuries, and actually one or two that haven't been well this week. Gurkhan and Warren Harris hadn't been well, so they didn't train. Just this time of year, I think people pick up colds and that sort of thing, so they're a bit under the weather. So yeah, we didn't have a huge. I think we had 10 trained last night, and the others kind of one or two saw Kev, and we just kind of patched ourselves up for the weekend really. But everyone was in good spirits. A couple of wins makes a hell of a difference. So yeah, very very positive night, and we look forward to tomorrow's game.
And what is the squad news ahead of that, both in terms of injuries, players available?
Yes, Searsy misses out with his ankle injury. We don't think it's too serious. Hopefully, only a couple of weeks. Jay's got an outside chance with his hamstring. It was only a strain. He did some light running last night, and he's healed fairly quickly. It would be a risk, and we have to see how he is. It might be a little bit too soon for him, to be honest, but he's certainly been a lot better than we thought he would be. So, he'll be in the 16, and we'll see how he is before the game. We've called in Kensley Maloney, who came off the bench briefly at Marlow, who's trained with us 3 or 4 times, who we signed from Burnham not so long ago. So he'll give us an additional body on the bench at the end of the day, another midfield option on the bench, with us losing Searsy. So we'll have a 16-man squad if Jay's fit, and 15 if he's not.
And with the striker situation, obviously you decided recently to extend Strutz' loan by another month. Does that mean, is there any guarantee for him then to have to start games? How does that work?
No, to be honest. I think the reason a player drops down to go on loan is to get games. But we always have a good chat with the managers before we take a player, and I don't think we'd ever take a player where we had to guarantee them playing, because I don't think we'd never do that to a club if we're loaning a player out. So no, I mean Strutz is a Slough player. He's one of our 3 forwards at the moment, with Scott Harris not available, and he fights for a place with Eddie and Charlie and Pye, and there's kind of no favouritism, nothing other than we pick the team on form, to be fair.
Okay, and finally around the squad, there was a 7-day approach put in. Have you got any more news on that?
Yeah, we went for a midfielder, and we've been turned down. So yeah, and conversations we had with him, we realised he probably wasn't the right one for us. It's an area clearly we do need to bring somebody in. Rummy goes away after Saturday's game for a month. He's in America for a month. Obviously, Searsy looks like he's going to be out for a few weeks. So yeah, obviously we're very aware that we're light in there. Obviously, Ryan Hope and Nath did a great job, and we're quite happy with those 2 in there, but we need a little bit more. So yeah, disappointing in some respects that we didn't get the player we went for, but as I said, the conversation we had, I don't think he was the right one for us on reflection, and we'll look elsewhere. So it's our priority at the moment is to bring a midfielder in.
Okay, well thanks for that update. Looking ahead to then St Neots at the weekend, tough game.
Yeah, I mean always is against them. Very strong side. Obviously, they reached the playoff final last year. We took 4 points off them last year. We had a great 3-0 win over there, and came back from 3 down to get a 3-3 draw at home. So we did well against them last year. But they are a very strong side. They've got some big experienced players at the back and in midfield. They've got goals in people like Drew Roberts. I mean, the top goal scorer Meacham's suspended, which is a boost for us, to be honest. You don't want to be playing against the league's top goal scorer, so that's good, but we know they'll have other good players to come in. So we're expecting a very tough game. They've got a decent away record, but our home record is good, and we're in good form, off the back of 2 really good performances, and we'll just be going as we do to try and win the game.
Excellent. Well, I know the month ahead's tricky with a few away fixtures. That home record, as you say, has been particularly strong this year, so trying to get some more points on the board tomorrow. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, we looked at December not so long ago. I looked at the fixtures, and it's looked pretty horrific on paper, to be honest. Going to Poole and Weymouth, and you've got Merthyr and St Neots. It's a tough month. And to be fair, we go into January, we've got Hungerford and then Kettering who are flying. So it's an important period for us, which makes the last 2 results really important, that we got those 6 points on the board. But I think there's so little between the teams in this league. I think if we can keep playing as we are, there's no reason we can't win some of these games that are coming up, and we need to. If we want to stay in the top half, we need to beat a few of the sides above us. So hopefully that will start tomorrow.
Excellent. Well, thanks ever so much for the update, John. Good luck tomorrow, and
Cheers.
we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you.